Welcome back to the Oi Rio Pro. What an exciting afternoon we have for you. We're into round number 3, heat number 5. Brad Bricknell here alongside former big wave world surfing champion Pete Mel. We've got the battle of the young guns to describe this afternoon, Pete.
Well, two boys that have been able to compete against each other for a period of time and now in the big leagues.
Let's have a look at this one. This looks like it's Kanoa Igarashi just opening up this heat with a little swan dive over that sandbank. Griffin Colapinto, of course, the world number 8, the youngest rookie on the men's tour, 19 years of age. You said the tide's kind of killing it a bit, Pete. It's 12:30 in the afternoon here local time. High tide is up at around 3:15 this afternoon. Let's take a look quickly at Griffin Colapinto, finding a bit of cover on that section. Not a big barrel by any means. Goes for the big air reverse. He comes out, he's still riding it out.
But yeah, it is definitely going to be with the fuller tide. But with that fuller tide, you're going to see a lot more open sections, and hopefully we're going to see a lot more maneuvers. So you've seen a few barrels. As we watch the replay here of that maneuver, that is the X factor. You talk about X factor. Griffin has that. He can take a wave that has less scoring potential and turn it into a major number because he knows how to do moves like that. We saw it happen in Haleiwa, the year he qualified. Actually, the year previous to his qualification.
Right out there. Meanwhile, behind him, Igarashi taking off. He's telegraphing that section. Unfortunately, nothing going on there for him. Just coming back to that tide, Peter, and referencing what Kaloe's comments were there. What are your view on that high tide this afternoon?
I would have to agree. Ian Gouveia was one questioning it, but I'm sure now at this point, after today's performance, when he moved into round 4 and the almost perfect 10.
Here goes Griffin now from California, wearing number 99 on his rash vest. Looking for that open carve wrap that wave just lacks a bit of energy, and nothing ventured, nothing gained there for Colapinto, under priority.
But yeah, he won in Santa Cruz in Portugal.
Yep.
Not me. It doesn't have anything to do with me.
Oh, big tail high reverse attempt there by Griffin Colapinto, getting really busy under this priority. 18 minutes remaining now in this heat.
I don't know if you see, but here he is again.
He's again just waiting on this section, waiting for something to stand up. There's a nice big snap into the pocket by Colapinto, square off the bottom. The backwash coincides with that attempt at that lip, and unfortunately goes down as well.
He's, like you said, had a very high completion rate. Has yet to pull one now, but look at the timing here. So he gets the snap, and he sees that there's going to be some backwash here. He times it with the lip, but that same timing takes the board out from under his feet.
Just disconnecting there from Colapinto. Meanwhile, out the back now, Kanoa Igarashi, a big set wave for the morning here, or the afternoon, should I say. Snap into the pocket now, looking for the barrel. Nice big open section from Kanoa Igarashi. Roundhouse wrap into the pocket, looking for the strong finish. Gets the last turn in. Kanoa Igarashi on the board. The highest scoring wave of the season so far is a 2.83. Pete, that's going to best that.
3 feet, 2 feet makes so much of a difference. Here he is. He erred towards the shoulder here because I think that this wave was a big set wave, so he knew that he was going to have to get those sections done quickly. Look at this one. Just loads up. He actually, one of our first cutbacks that we've seen all the way around, and then gets another maneuver to finish. I mean, that was a beautiful wave. Nice size set. So this is going to be a good number here for Kanoa Igarashi. Here we go. Griffin Colapinto.
Let's see what he can do here. He's using his priority. He's pulling into a nice little backdoor section, but Pete, that one didn't really hit the sandbank to a point where the wall stood up steeply for him. Great stuff, Strider. Thank you very much. A 7.67 just been laid down by Kanoa Igarashi on that last wave, and he's going to go again here using priority. He's deep on this backdoor section, late into the barrel. Going to be absolutely no chance of an exit on that one, but Pete, just looking back at that 7.67 score, a nice variety there, a tube ride, big open face cutback, and a closing maneuver as well.
Yeah, utilizing all of the criteria.
It's Kanoa Igarashi up against Griffin Colapinto, and Igarashi is in the lead with Colapinto looking for a 5.82, and we've just come back to those live pictures of Colapinto. He has landed one of those little air reverses, Pete, now.
Look at the conditions. Feeling like it's going to be one of those slower heats. He's just pulled the trigger, got a score on a wave. Again, didn't have a ton of scoring potential there, basically a closeout. But again, I think that you need to have that amplitude, the height.
Igarashi with the highest scoring wave of the heat. He's got a nice little corner ahead of him, smooth open face, big powerful gouge. Back into the pocket from Igarashi, snaps that and out the lip, and there will be a third opportunity here, even a fourth through the inside section, blasting that one, nice and smooth and powerful surfing there from the surfer representing Japan.
Well, now he's getting rid of that 0.97. Love the surfing there from Kanoa Igarashi. So you watch the replay now of Kanoa Igarashi. So his second scoring wave is a 0.97. So look at this first maneuver. Again, all that speed. He carries through the maneuver. Snap in the lip. So he has a variation already. Again, the snap to close out re-entry. Not the hugest number you're going to see, but it's going to back up the 7.67.
Big one coming up next, world number 1, Julian Wilson, up against one of the wild cards from Brazil. But let's pay attention now to Griffin Colapinto using that priority. Beautiful water ahead of him. He needs to post a meaningful score on this one. Big first turn and a disconnect now on that second turn from Griffin Colapinto.
One of the best things about these two competing, though, is that they're going to ride wave for wave. They're not going to sit out there and be patient. They're not going to have a boring heat. It's going to be the non-stop action heat. So things like that is what you want to do to put that extra pressure on your competitor.
Here we go again. This is attempt number 3 or 4 in this heat. And
watching.
Going to ride out of that one.
Much
and
better.
Again, manufacturing a score out of a very, very tricky section.
Out of a closeout.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the scoring potential is 3 points maybe on that wave. And of course, when you got a guy like Griffin, all of a sudden the scoring potential of a closeout could go to 10 in his waves. And that's why you see one maneuver can go that high risk.
Well, he's going again on the inside section over here is Griffin Colapinto. Great breakdown there, Peter, 7.4 for that one big maneuver versus a whole combination of turns all the way through the beach on those softer sections. High risk and high reward.
Very, very similar to the 7.67 from Kanoa. 2 different styles and ways to get those scores.
Love the approach that Griffin Colapinto brings to the tour. He definitely has that X factor we're talking about. You see him stalling his board there, pressure on that back foot, trying to just set up a section for himself to go to that air. Whether he lets lets Colapinto go. Let's see what happens here. He's going to let him go on this one. It's going to be an opportunity for Colapinto. He needs a 5.45 on this wave, 40 seconds on the clock. Carves that one down into the pocket. You think he's going to have to go to the air to make this count. It's not going to happen for him, Pete. 30 seconds to go.
It must be so hard to try and cover a guy like Griffin because it doesn't take much. And then you think letting him have a 2-foot wave.
Yeah, he's capable of, right?
Yeah,
you've seen it in free sessions 100 times before.
But good job by Kanoa to have those nerves, let him take that wave, and looks like he's going to move into round 4.
Now this heat will count itself out now with under 3 seconds remaining. Kanoa Igarashi representing Japan will make it through into round number 4, and unfortunately for the rookie, as we see, big twisting alley-oop there.
He's trying to show Griffin, you know what, I got it too.
Like, you can do it, I can do it too.
Yeah, right on.
Igarashi will go through into that 4th round. Griffin Colapinto, the 19-year-old rookie from San Clemente, California, will have to settle for an equal 13th place overall and $11,500 US in prize money.